Alrighty, taking a look at the homework page, we have numbers 1 through 3 here. I am pretty confident that you're going to be able to handle it, but just in case, I wanted to remind you that some of the terms are prescribed here. Okay, so like if it says that you have a loan, then are you paying or are you earning? Well, you are paying interest. If you're talking about a credit card, then you may pay interest and you may also pay a fee or one or the other. Okay. So you come back here to take a look at if you're not sure of what to do because of the language in the front. Remember that almost 85% of what we're doing here in math, and when we get into trouble and as far as being able to understand a problem, is not necessarily the math, it's actually the reading. So if you're not able to comprehend a word problem, chances are the reading is what's confusing you. So use your reading strategies, decode the text, think clearly about the meaning of each sentence, because in here in math we have to have actionable thinking in order to be able to do what we're supposed to do with each task. Okay, so number one, simple enough, is basically telling us that you start out with this, you deposit or put into the account this much, and you earn, which means that the bank pays you. So you have to add all these amounts to that to find the balance. Or number two, you start out with this, you deposit that, but then you withdraw or take out using checks. You take this out and you use your debit card for that. So you still have to find the balance, but in this one, it's a little bit different. Okay. On number three, sorry about that. On number three, we're going to have a credit card statement to look at. And we have three things that we pay for with a credit card. And the question is, what is the total amount that was charged to the credit card? Okay. In the back, you have something similar, but this one looks like a check register. So I want to kind of go over it with you. I'm not going to solve it, but I just want you to understand. Okay. The month for the statement is June, and this is the checking account information. The check number goes here, the dates that the transaction took place goes here, the notes, in other words, what was the money used for, and then the amounts plus or minus. So watch this. Beginning balance means this is the amount of money that they started with. Okay, so that's what's in the bank account. Then they use their checks to go and get something, so you're going to subtract this, and they pay for the electric bill, so you also have to subtract that. So the balance is what's left of that original money that you started out with. Okay, so it's this minus these two things. Now, on number nine, again, this one is a loan, okay, where they have to pay interest. They need to make non-equal monthly payments. So you're going to take this amount and add the interest that must be paid. And when you get that, you divide that by 9. So I'm going to write it right here so you don't forget. 486 plus 63 gives you mystery amount. I'm going to put a box, okay? And then mystery box divided by 9 equals the answer, which is one of these. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of those. Okay. All right, let's take a look at number 5 together, because this one requires a little bit more thinking and I wanted to kind of guide you. Number 5 says Noah wants to save $700 in 10 months. He thinks he can earn $11 interest. Why is it reasonable for him to save $69 a month? Well, we're going to say that because, and I'm going to write in here my abbreviation, because $700 minus $11 is about 690. And 690 divided by 10 months is about $69, which is what he's doing. Why do we go backwards? Because we can't count on that interest earned until he has saved for that long. So the $11 will come as a reward of having saved 69 months. I mean $69. Okay. Number 6 says that Haley's family borrowed this much money from a bank to buy a car. To pay the loan off, they have to make this many payments of this amount. Okay. How much interest do they have to pay? Show your work. Well, this is like the one that we just did in the guided practice, where you have to multiply this times this to get a total amount repaid. and use that to subtract this from it to find out the difference. The difference is going to be the interest that they're getting charged. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it by using our 4-box square. The reason it's 4 is because we have 2-digit by 2-digit. If it would have been a 2-digit by 3-digit, then we will have a 6 and so forth. I mean, a 5-box and so forth. So here we go, 90 plus 8 and 20 plus 4. 20 times 90 is 18 and 2 zeros. 20 and 8 times 8 is 160. 4 times 90 is 360, and 4 times 8 is 32. Okay, we're going to add all that together, right? And we're going to get, I'm going to put it right here on the side, 2,352. That's how much they have to pay back. Now, what is the interest that they're paying on that loan? Well, 2,352 minus the original borrowed amount, which is 2,045, gives us the difference, which happens to be the interest. And that's going to be $307. Okay? All right. On this one, it's the same story as the one in the front. You are going to go ahead and look at all of the charges in here. This one is a deposit, so this gets added. Okay, transfer to savings, that's still a deduction. Literacy, charity, that's a deduction. Gas and electric, they pay that, so that's a deduction. Water, deduction. The dance studio, they paid it, and the market is the payment. So how much did Kayla spend and share through May 11th? So you're going to add this together and this together. You leave the deposit out because they're not asking you how much did she deposit. They're asking how much was pulled out of her account. Okay. Now, the beginning balance, we don't know it here, but they're going to tell it to you here. They're going to say she started out with this. What was her balance on May 12th? In other words, up until this point, how much was in her bank account? Again, you're going to do this minus all of the deductions plus the deposits minus all of the deductions to get to the balance. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful to you. If you still have any questions after this, please make sure that you come see me. You send me an email, report to me so that we can go ahead and review what the information means to you and how we can better support you. See you soon.